And here's Marc Gasol, the younger brother of Pau, and actually came to Memphis in the trade that sent Pau Gasol to the Lakers. Marc Gasol, originally a second-round draft pick of the Lakers back in 2007. Jermaine O'Neal picks up his first foul, second on Miami in the quarter.
Eric, this team has
Mike Conley. This is Rudy Gay. Gasol gets it on the low block. Marc Gasol actually went to high school here in Memphis, where an older brother Pau was playing for the Grizzlies. So the turnabout for him was actually very good, coming back here to a place he was very familiar with. Second foul on Jermaine O'Neal. Started out this game, they've outscored the Grizzlies 12-1 in this quarter. They've built their lead to 18. Rudy Gay's jumper off the back of the rim. Second the offensive rebound of Zach Randolph. Fresh shot clock for Memphis. That was a good dish by Conley for the Marc Gasol lay-in. Gasol's first field goal, his first 4 points came from the with 2 quick turnovers. Hit back-to-back triples to put Miami up by 18 a moment ago.
He was trying to clog in that zone, make him shoot jump shots. Good defense again by the Heat. Wow. Oh, man, again, second chance opportunities. The Heat forced, the last 2 times down, they forced Memphis into missed shots, but then gave up the rebound and gave up 2 seconds.
Now they brought Ronnie Brewer in to bolster their bench, a bench that has not been very good, and now Jermaine O'Neal picks up his third foul.
Wow, it was a good play by Gasol, but a little acting on his part as well. He just fell back, a little flop on his part. Watch right here. Look how he just threw himself out of bounds. But Jermaine did extend that arm, so he gets his third foul.
And Joel Anthony comes on for Jermaine O'Neal, who sits down the Heat's high scorer, 13 points and 6 rebounds. Michael Beasley also on the Heat, was on the Heat bench. He's back in with his 10 points.
Eric, I think what Spoelstra just did was he saved Michael so that if J.O. got his third, you'd have Michael in the game fresh, so he could be the guy to go to rather than J.O. who has to go out. So probably good strategy by the Heat.
8 on the shot clock. Gasol shaking those shoulders. And the turnaround hook rolls home for Marc Gasol. Gasol with 10 points. 6 coming in this quarter.
He made that look easy. Good left hand.
His 8th rebound. Make it 35 remaining in this first half here in Memphis on a beautiful day. Oh, great position by Gasol. You let any big man get that deep, you're in a heap of trouble.
Yes. And for a second, it looked like Memphis was a little confused that the Heat were in the man rather.
The first, Zach Randolph went 1 for 8 in the first half. O.J. Mayo was 1 for 6. You got to figure those 2 guys are going to play better than they did in those first 2 quarters.
No doubt. You see it right there. Good high-low pass from Gasol to Randolph inside. You know, when you're fronting inside, offensively, when you're being fronted, you want to skip the ball, get the ball to the top of the key, and then he can feed his teammate inside, just like Gasol did. You could see the way Randolph is being fronted there. Gasol with a beautiful pass inside. The weak side defense came over, the help side D, but it was a little too late.
Quentin Richardson picking up his first 2-time Olympic medalist, the gold in the triple jump in 92, a silver medal in 83. Here's O'Neal, the sweeping hook, circled in and out.
Oh, man.
13th rebound, by the way, for Randolph. And it's going to be a foul on Jermaine O'Neal. And Jermaine O'Neal picks up his 4th foul. The problems compounding for Miami in this third quarter.
Yeah, Jermaine's going to have to go out. You don't want him to get his 5th. Coach is going to go to McGlure.
Florida.com. What a return for Chalmers. He has 16 points, one of his better games of the season.
And we know he loves the competition, Eric. He doesn't shy away from it. He wants to take the big shots. Not a good foul there. You foul somebody to keep them from scoring, you've got to make sure they don't score.
Carlos Arroyo picking up that foul.
He reaches in, he realizes he's got a disadvantage. You got to grab his arm right here. Instead of just reaching in, grab the arm. I'm not sure it would have helped in that situation because Gasol.
Foul on Miami in this 4th quarter. Rudy Gay, Mike Conley, Marc Gasol, Zach Randolph, and O.J. Mayo on the floor for Memphis. Good entry pass. Gasol scores. And, Coach, right now, Memphis going back to their bread and butter in the paint. School run for Memphis. 2:10 remaining in the game. Here's Gasol with 5 on the shot clock. Comes toward the lane with a hook. Marc Gasol putting his handprint all over this game. Memphis has not led since very early in this game. Gasol against O'Neal. And this time Jermaine is whistled for the foul. And now Jermaine O'Neal has 5 fouls.
Yeah, that'll be a ball on the side. Now both teams are in the penalty.
Scored 11 points, by the way, in this fourth quarter.
And the Heat stay in that 2-3 zone.
Well, 16,000 Memphis fans, and very few of them in their seats right now. They're all on their feet. Strip ball taken by Conley. He scores! Conley gives Memphis a 2-point lead with 34 seconds left.
There was a loose ball there. It was knocked away, but the Heat did not get it. The Heat's taking a full timeout, which means they have 1:20 left. And they are going to go to Beasley.
Beasley against Randolph. Beasley comes middle, 15-footer is right there. We are tied at 76. Michael Beasley with 22.
What you love about it, Eric, is Beasley wants to. I think it weighs him down. Doesn't weigh about 3 ounces.
You hear that from some of your players in Mount Vernon, probably. Marc Gasol gets the first points in overtime. Gasol now has 20 for the night, with the lead and possession.
And the Heat are in the man-to-man.
3:38 left in this 5-minute overtime. Randolph on the run. Short. Gasol tried to tip it in with one hand. The other was being held by Michael Beasley, who picks up his 3rd foul.
The Heat have plenty of timeouts left.
In the corner, that's Mayo for 3. It's good. It is good, and the Grizzlies lead by 2 on the O.J. Mayo 3.
How about Mayo? Not shooting the ball real well tonight. It was 1 for 5 from the
Heat down 2. They have to have possession.
There it is.
They do get it, but only 9 seconds on the shot clock. Rio on the run. It drops. Mario Chalmers ties the game at 85. A nearly impossible shot for Chalmers, but he made it.
Wow, I felt he got fouled too. It looked like he did. But
left in overtime. Here's Conley for Gasol. He drives in. He missed. Offensive foul. An offensive foul on Gasol. And Quentin Richardson does it again. He draws the charge, and the Heat will get a final possession with 2.6 seconds left in overtime. What a tremendous defensive play by Quentin Richardson.
I believe this is the 3rd one he's drawn tonight. Been very effective for him.
So 2 big hits here for Haslam. Miami ahead by 4 with 3:18 left here in the 2nd overtime. Gasol underneath. Good defense by Quentin Richardson. He blocked the 7-footer shot.
Oh, man.
What a play by Richardson, who made a terrific play at the end of the 1st overtime, drawing an offensive foul with just under 3 seconds left. And here's another foul on Memphis. It's number 5 on O.J. Mayo.
Q Rich draws a charge earlier on a big play. He blocks the shot of a 7'1" center. Comes in and gets him right there. Good no call by the official.
Points here in the 2nd overtime. 6 of the 8 points he scored tonight. Miami leads it by 8 now. And very quickly, Marc Gasol comes back with a score. Marc Gasol now at 22.
You're getting a
minute left. Miami in possession of the ball and a 6-point lead. Here's Arroyo. Pick and roll with Haslam. He crushes it. Udonis Haslam with 8 of his 10 points here in the 2nd overtime, and the Heat just stuck a dagger into the heart of the Grizzlies.
Carlos Arroyo missed all those games. UD not playing well the whole game, but coming through in the clutch when the Heat needed it most. Beasley taking over the scoring lead with Wade out of the game. Q Rich doing all the little things you need to win.
Technical foul there on Marc Gasol.
Q Rich with the passes, with the big rebounds, with the 2 charges that he drew. That's how you play basketball. It all stems from all the hard work and the good coaching you get down, all throughout it.
Tony, this is a 30-point game in Michael Beasley's career, and a tremendous effort for the Heat. How deep did they dig? As deep as they had to go. Michael Beasley enjoying the moment. He deserves this moment. A 30